Guys, good morning, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassandra here, and today we have another book haul that I did not expect, and it escalated really quickly. So I had a couple of books that I've been putting aside. They would come one after the other, but I must admit the majority of those books are secondhand books because one, I think is a great way of recycling, and two, I have gone just to a charity shop, so that money goes into a good cause. I do think that I didn't go crazy spending crazy amount of money on those books because a lot of them were very affordable, and I feel like it's important to make this kind of announcement or kind of clean out the air, because I do feel like recently, especially like in the UK, today is the 13th of April, and I feel like as of yesterday there's queues everywhere. People have been queuing outside of stores to go shopping and stuff like that. And I know that this time last year, a lot of people lost jobs. So don't ever feel like, at least I don't feel like one bragging, because I know that there have been comments about like, oh, you don't need to brag about your shopping trips, which I'm not. It's just like I was really excited to go, and I've been anticipating those trips. And also when I do go to secondhand stores, I just feel like I'm giving back a little bit while getting something nice, which is a little selfish, but that's my rant over. So I'm going to start with the books that I've already mentioned. Sanatorium is the first one, which if you guys watch my channel, the previous video that I posted would have been a actually reading vlog and a, reading vlog and a review for this one. So that's one. Two was the Dinner Guest, which I've read last week, and I will be talking more about it in my wrap-up, which that was how it's described is we have 4 people at the dinner and one dies, and we don't know who did it. And it's a gay couple that they have a son, and there's a stranger that entered their life, which they are kind of like upper middle class in London, and she just comes out of nowhere, becomes like a really close with their friends, and the whole story starts. And then there is a history with her and one of the husbands, and yeah, it was good. I would recommend. And then the one that I've already, like I said, shown in my TBR was the 12 Rules for Life, and that is a non-fiction book. I don't know much, but I still want to get to it. I do have an essay to write, so I should be doing it right now, but I thought I'm so excited, so I'll show you guys what I got. And I've already read this book, I've already listened to this book, and the book is actually tiny, and it's 5 love languages, which basically the author, which is Gary Chapman, he actually describes the 5 ways of how we give and receive love. I think so that one is for a secret to long-lasting love. He has one for teenagers and one for singles. I think you can use this one for every single one. I know with like teenagers and stuff like this, it's going to be a little bit different, so maybe if you're a parent, look into this one. But that one is going to teach you about friendships and love. He talks about marriages in here, but it talks about the 5 ways of how we give and receive love. And then maybe sometimes, even though you're, let's say, acts of kindness, which is you doing things for your husband or for your boyfriend or for your girlfriend, and you pick their groceries and you take the bin and you change the bedding, and you think that you're being loving, but they might actually appreciate hugs a lot more, and they feel like they are not being loved, even though you're doing everything you can. It teaches you how to kind of find which one is yours, which one is your partner's, and how you can work around it to show each other with your own love language and see that, oh, he is still showing it to me, just not in the way I perceive love. It's a secondhand edition, and I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not. I want to say that I did, but if I didn't, is An Island by Richard Lehman, and it is a horror story. A cruise of 8 people breaks down on like a deserted island. They have food, they have water, and they're just waiting to be rescued, but they don't know that there's a murderer on the island, and then he's going to go and kind of try to pick them one after the other, which I feel like is an amazing, like a chill read for me, especially after a long week. So crazy, I know, but I just feel like it's going to be great. I've mentioned this one before, and that's the Grave Mercy, which was mentioned by Ali on her channel, and it's kind of like an adult fiction assassin, Throne of Glass, adult version kind of thing. So that's the kind of vibe. Again, secondhand edition. Next one for today's haul, we have The Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo at the pages. So it's the second book edition from a second book edition, no, secondhand edition. I got it from Read by Beth. Like, beautiful. I needed it. I don't really know much about it. It's just I have I have a couple of books by Leigh Bardugo. It's been a hype. I know it's a fantasy book. I know that there's some triggers in here, so maybe before I do a reading vlog or before I recommend, after I read it, I'll tell you what they are. Stole from my sister is the Hypnotherapist Love Story. So there's a therapist and her boyfriend has a stalker. I think it's the ex-girlfriend that she won't leave him alone. So, might be like a mystery or something. I don't know. It kind of sounded great. So she was like, yeah, you can have it. So my sister, it was Misery by Stephen King. As I told you guys, I've been trying to get into Stephen King. So that was one that she said she read last year. She was like, yeah, you can, very reluctantly, but she allowed me to nick it. So I might return it to her, or I might just buy her a new one and keep this one. And the book that I've been waiting for so long, guys, another one by Stephen King, and that's The Pet Sematary. My ring light is really messing up with the cover. But this is a book that my boyfriend got for me. Can we just see how beautiful this cover is? It just gave me Draw the Line kind of vibes. That was the only thing that I thought about. I don't know what Misery is about, by the way. So don't ask me. I just know that it's very popular. Everyone says that it's either their favorite or a must read by King. So that's why I have it. That's all I'm saying. With Pet Sematary, all I know that there's a family. They moved to a house that is by a pet cemetery for the town. I think their cat dies and comes back, or things starts happening. Something like that. Again, supposed to be really scary. I highly doubt that I will be scared. But I wanted to give it a go. And I feel like after I finish those two, and I do have a Dreamcatcher as well, by Stephen King, but they're a little bit shorter, so I'm hoping that I will like them a little bit better. So just like a very small haul from today. First one is, and I must say I did get it for the cover, which is Jurassic Park. I obviously watched the movie. I just want to see if the book is a little bit different. The writing is absolutely tiny. But I'm hoping that it's going to be just as good, or maybe a little creepier than the movie was, because, yeah. But I just got it because I really do like the movie, and when I was younger, I was really, really scared. But it was just pretty, and I thought, it will go on my horror shelf. Majority of the next ones, I think, are like thrillers, also like, how is it aesthetically pleasing? So we have My Lovely Wife. So the first one is, it says, this is a story of a married couple. They have very dark secret. You might think you've read stories like this before, but you're wrong. So, and guys, I paid 50p for this book. So I just thought, I've seen this somewhere before. That one, I think that copy is actually from W.H. Smith. But I've seen it, usually it would have been $8.99. So 50p, I feel like it was fine, even if it's going to be like a 3-star read, to give it a go. Another one that has been all over the place is The Couple Next Door. And I've picked this up 3 or 4 times, and I just didn't get it because there's another book that I liked more. It's about a couple. They're sat together with their neighbors, and they're like, oh, we have a 6-month-old daughter. It's all good. We have this monitor. We won't know. Then all of a sudden, the baby is like really, really quiet, and they go check, and the baby is gone. So I do want to see what happens. I feel like it could be like a quick mystery read. Again, 50p one. That just caught my attention, and I'm guessing that was Tesco's edition because they always have the labels, so I feel like I'll have to peel those off. But what we have, we have a lady who is on a trial for murdering of her baby, and she's like, I admit not to being a good mother. You know, she was drinking, she was doing other things, she maybe was negligent, but is she a killer though? That is what it says here. Me kind of sanatorium / Shining vibe. So we have this cottage or this inn somewhere, and there is a new guest that arrives, and all of a sudden there's like a raging storm arises, and they're stuck there. And then not too long in, and there's a first body that arises. So it gave me very sanatorium vibes, very kind of Shining. Obviously in the Shining we didn't find any bodies, but it was just that kind of vibe of being stuck somewhere, and I really, really like that vibe. There was another one that I read like that. It was, oh, where's it? The Guest List, I think, when they were like stuck on an island for a wedding or something like that, and, you know, people were going to die. Like, I just love the idea. Don't love it for me. I love it for the book. being stuck somewhere and, you know, things are happening and it's like one of the people you're around with is that person that's doing it. So, and the last one was The Sharp Object by Gillian Flynn. And I'm wondering, no, I don't have another book by her, but she did the Gone Girl, which I do have Gone Girl somewhere. Don't know, doesn't matter. But it has been on my TBR, and today in the secondhand store, they had this one. So this one is, I don't really know what it was. I don't know what this one is about, but I know it has been mentioned so many times as like a thriller mystery. So I thought I have to get it again. Under £2, why freaking not? And yeah, I loved Gone Girl. I didn't like the movie, I liked the book so much better. So I thought I'll give it a go. And that, my dears, is going to be the end of my haul for today. And I had problems with hauls not so long ago, being like, oh, I don't want to be posting a haul every single month, because some months I don't buy any books, some months I buy one. And I also did get a couple of books on Kindle, but I think with having Kindle Unlimited, let me know if you would like to see the books that I'm going to get on Kindle Unlimited and the ones that I've recently read, and if I recommend them, or like I would do Kindle Unlimited recommendations, because like I go in and out of it. Like I have so many books now to read, why would I still be on Kindle Unlimited? But the other day I read amazing smut just like as I went, and that's usually what I use Kindle Unlimited for. So if you guys would like to see this, let me know, thumbs up this video, and with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and until the next time, I will talk to you guys soon.